Well, welcome back, Air Gunners. This is Zach from the Shooter Zone, where we are always staying on target. Well, there's two things I like to do as far as hobbies go, and one is shooting air guns, of course. The other is playing guitar. And I don't necessarily purchase brand new for either, especially when we're talking about upper line stuff. I love to get a deal, so I buy used guitars that are in near perfect condition, and I buy used air guns that are as well in near perfect condition. So this is the fourth one I've gotten from Airguns of Arizona. All have been excellent, all pretty close to new condition, all great shooters. This is the Bantam Sniper HR, and the HR stands for Huma regulator. So this is the regulated version. I have another one on 177 that's not regulated. This is pre-XR, so keep that in mind. Alright, so on top I have the Vector Optics Taurus 4-16 by 44. But the neat thing about this is it has a 34mm tube, so really good scopes. It's one of the two scopes I always use. This is an excellent one. Alright, so what else? I don't have a moderator on today. This is pretty quiet. Again, I live up in the mountains, so I'm not too worried about it. But this is pretty quiet to begin with because of the shroud system that's on it. So I'm not using one today. We're going to be shooting the, of course, the JSB 18s. This is 22 caliber, 18.13. They seem to work the best from what I tried so far. And we're going to put 10 shots downrange, 40 yards. And I got a prairie dog set up down there. We're going to take some headshots with. Wind is pretty nasty today, on and off, coming from all directions, so we're not going to really try to put too much accuracy into today, at least. And I think that's about it. We're going to load 10 shots up into this magazine here, and we're going to let 10 shots fly down range to see what happens. Alright, so I need to go down and I need to turn on the camera for the target, so why don't you hold on and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Also, this is the non-high power version, and when I was doing some testing the other day, these 18.31 JSBs were flying about 860 feet per second range, 30 FPE, so this is a great hunter, and that's what we're considering this. A great hunting rifle. Okay, we're going to put 10 shots. Hopefully this hasn't changed in its point of impact from the other day. We'll find out. And this is the last one. All right, there we go, 10 shots. All right on the noggin. Again, this is a great hunter. It is bolt action, not lever action, side lever action. Again, once they went to the XRs, then they're side lever, non-bolt. But again, we're not doing any speed competitions with this. This is a hunter, so bolt action's perfectly fine. It's nice and smooth, works great, so no problem with it. These magazines are what's called the self-indexing magazines. What's kind of unique about them is they have a little kind of protrusion bar in which when the bolt is pushed forward, the bolt will push in the pellet into the chamber, and then there's this little part of the upper part of the bolt in which pushes a little kind of lever protrusion in the magazine, and then at that point it allows it to switch to the next pellet. So the reason why they do that is this: everybody always talks about magazines and how they affect accuracy, and on regular magazines, as you're pushing the pellet in, the magazine will want to turn as you're pushing the bolt all the way forward, and sometimes it will slightly deform the skirt of the pellet. So because of the way these magazines are made, you don't have that necessarily as much, or it's not as likely you're going to have that situation. So these magazines work really well because of that. What else about this? Again, it has a nice big bottle on it. You know, it's got the on and off for the safety underneath there. Trigger's nice. I haven't adjusted it yet. Probably could take a pound or so off of it, but it's nice and smooth. Adjustable cheek piece, adjustable shoulder pad. Great used air gun. Again, I wouldn't hesitate to buy from Airguns of Arizona. They check over every used air gun they send out. Every air gun that I've gotten from them has had a card in which they put 5 rounds through it at 20 yards to show that it's working properly and it's accurate. And so I got that with this. And I think that's about it for this one. Again, don't be afraid to buy used. If you're buying from a reputable place, you could be assured that when you get it, if there is an issue, that'll be taken care of. You know, if you're just buying it from Joe Schmo off of the internet, once you buy it, it's yours. You don't have any recourse. But usually, when you buy an air gun from a reputable place, you know, they're going to give you some leeway if there's something going on with it. And again, I'm talking about within a couple days of receiving it. If there's a little bit of an issue with it, give them a call, talk to them about it, see what they say. Maybe it's something that we could be doing wrong, right? We want to make sure that we're eliminating us from it and get it straightened out. Again, it's a really good way to go. All right, well, that's it for today. So until next time, shoot lots, be safe, and we will see you again soon. Take care now.